Hello, my name is Lopa Mudra Banerjee or Lopa Banerjee. I'm an author, poet, and editor, and also an adjunct instructor of English and creative writing from Dallas, Texas, USA. And it is my great honor and privilege to be part of this interview on behalf of SACAMAC, which is South Asian Council for Arts, Music and Culture, for the occasion of the International Women's Day. So, what does International Women's Day mean to me? I would say, as a person sensitive about the human rights of women, as a person keen to see an egalitarian society, the presence of International Women's Day is a reminder to me that feminism is a necessary celebration. The woman to me is a nurturer and also a manifestation of Shakti or power. And she's a creative feminine energy. I have written about this often in my poems and prose. So, International Women's Day, in my eyes, is a metaphor of a woman's fierce spirit in a predominantly patriarchal society. Now, what progress have I seen on women, peace, and security? It's a very interesting question. We have seen a lot of evolution, right from the dark times when women had to fight for their fundamental rights, like gaining suffrage, freedom of expression, freedom to study and dissent, to the contemporary times when powerful women in diverse spheres like Kiran Bedi, Malala Yousafzai, Greta Thunberg have shown us the way to emancipation like torchbearers. Their dissent, their resistance and empowerment have proved that there is still light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, statistically, there is still lots of abuse, exploitation, violation of the rights of a woman's body, the rights of her soul, and also heinous crimes on women and girl children, which points towards a regressive society. But at the same time, seeing these women emerge from darkness to light fills me with hope, definitely. Why would I support women's empowerment and gender equality? Of course, I'm a woman and a sensitive human above all, so I feel deep affinity for the cause of gender equality and women empowerment. As until that is accomplished, we will have a skewed society with skewed perceptions. Gender discrimination, gender violence have still been rampant in our common discourse, unfortunately. So we need to acknowledge the truth that gender equality has to be sown in young minds first, so that our daughters born from our wombs can blossom. This I'm also saying from my personal space as a mother of my two girls. Would I agree that we need more women in leadership, and why? Of course, we need more women in leadership roles in every sphere of society, and history has shown us that women have been born leaders with their grit, resilience, their power of dissent, and their amazing innate strength. We have had women prime ministers, now we have a female vice president for the first time in our history. Metaphorically, if we worship goddess Durga and Kali as the emblems of feminine power, Shakti, doesn't that translate into envisioning our everyday women in positions of power, positions of leadership? Do I think the celebration of IWD or International Women's Day is important? Yes, for me, the celebration of International Women's Day is much beyond the ecstasies of a single day. Every day must be a celebration of the collective consciousness of our feminine energy. And we must remind ourselves that no matter how much the disparities in our society pain us, our woman tribe must rise and shine. This is the power of resistance, and this is the significance of International Women's Day, according to me. I'm sharing the fact that as a woman poet and artist, I have felt a special affinity for fellow women artists, activists, educators, powerful women, their enlightening journeys, which break the shackles of stereotypes and the shackles of patriarchy, the culture of suppression. Many of them are there to name, so I can't name any in particular. But I would like to add that movements of women empowerment like Women's Scream International, which was started by the fiery poet and activist Jael Uribe from the Dominican Republic, gave me strength and succor. I myself have been a small part of this international initiative with sharing my poetry for the cause in 2018. What is behind my success? Well, I can't say much about success in the worldly sense, but I can say that the inner strength that I derive as a poet, a storyteller, a teacher of English language and literature is the result of all the powerful feminist artists, writers, activists, luminary women, and also men, not to forget. Their inspiring works and messages, which have left deep imprints in my mind and soul, which I consider my legacy. My message for the day of International Women's Day to all women. I would like to read a few lines from my English translation of Tagore's dance drama Chitrangada as my message for the International Women's Day, where Chitrangada says to Arjun, her beloved prince, I am Chitrangada, the precious daughter of the king of Manipur, neither a goddess nor a woman, commonplace and mundane. I am not the one you hail in the altar, worshipping, nor am I the one you keep behind you in negligence. Once you recognize my essence, keeping me beside you amid your deep hours of crisis, allowing me to be a true partner in your life's journey, a true accomplice in your missions, only then you will know my true self. This inherent message of Chitrangada, upholded by Tagore, sums up the essence of the relationship of man and woman, Prakriti and Purusha, to me. Only when man and woman will be each other's true, unique partners, a harmonious society will be born. Thank you for this honor and opportunity, SACAMAC.